Now we've got another good one to go over here, and I'm gonna tell you what. There was a situation with a King 10 suited that's gonna blow your mind. So you're gonna want to stick around for that. This one's gonna run for about 20 minutes, but a lot of good situations I'm gonna go over in this. Also wanted to say, if you guys are not in our community yet, I don't know why you're not in there. Okay, so that's gonna be in the pinned comment. You can talk with me, other high level members, a lot of good stuff in there as well. Also, you can tap the like as we're getting this, and we're just gonna, do our thing here. And yeah, what can I say? The thing too is, as you guys play more and start moving up in stakes or whatever, like obviously opponents are gonna get a little bit better. The way I approach playing is that I try to exploit opponents using a strategy. So, for example, you'll see a lot of people. I mean, really anywhere now are gonna teach you how to use GTO, play a perfect pre-flop strategy, tight aggressive, etc., etc. But at some point, you kind of have to deviate from that and you have to open things up. You got to start bluffing more. You got to make yourself unpredictable at the table, and you can't just go by, one strategy. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say right now. But unfortunately, I had to fold that 7-8 suited. But yeah, man. Also, grab a coffee, Gatorade, bottle of water, because I'll tell you what, man, there's just so much good stuff to go over in this, and I'm pretty pumped to share it with y'all. So we're gonna do our thing here. Also, any questions, comments, things like that, you can message me and I'll get back to you. But for the most part here, I am gonna play it pretty, straight up. But I'm gonna throw in some pretty big bluffs in this one too. So definitely gonna be making myself unpredictable at the table, as I was just kind of saying. Also probably played a little bit too much, the last few days, but sometimes you just kind of get in the zone and you can't stop. It's just how it goes. All right, King 8 off, gonna fold that. Let's take a look at the table. So player 1's doing pretty good in this one, obviously. Player 2's doing pretty good. Player 6 is kind of working his way up. So, and then here we are, we just got in. All right, ace 2 suited. I am going to be defending here. Really, any ace suited, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to play it if it's an ace 3, ace 4, ace 6, ace 7, whatever. And we got the ace deuce, which isn't bad. Couple things I could do here. I don't really like when people do the min. Sometimes I'll just call, other times I'll re-raise them. In this spot, I just re-raised them because I was like, we ain't doing no mins today. All right, anyways, player 2 folded it. He didn't have it in him to make that call right there. All right, next I would an ace 8 offsuit. Now I am in the small blind with this, so if somebody opens from early position, I'll have to decide, do I want to see a flop with it. I think I am gonna opt to see a flop with it because we already had a little bit in there. But this is the type of hand that typically I'm gonna be folding all of the time. If somebody's gonna open from early position, but I guess everybody wanted to see a flop, so here we go. Okay, anyways, we bricked. We are blocking the club draw, which is not bad. I think the problem here, though, is if it, like, for example, if I I couldn't make a call, never mind. Player 4 kind of, did what he needed to right there. So he's basically repping a deuce at this point. And yeah, we had an easy decision right there. Otherwise, I was kind of thinking about maybe making a play at this, but excuse me. But player 4 did what he did. Okay, 8-6, another fold here, so not really getting anything to start, but it's all good. It's going to ramp up pretty quick. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then we get to like the 5 or 6 minute mark here. That's kind of when things start to turn our way a bit. All right, King Deuce 5 board. A couple hearts out there. Couple hearts out there. All right, King on the turn. I feel like no one has anything here. Let's just going to check. Maybe not. Player 1 put a little 7 piece out there. Took it down. Ace on the river. All good. All right, Jack 9 off. Going to be folding that. If it was suited, I would have opened, but player 3 is going to open, and we're just going to get away. All right, player 4 kicking it up to the 30 piece. Back to player 6. He's going to call back to player 3 who, ooh, look at that. What's it going to be here? I feel like player 6 has got to call him, right? I guess not. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so here we go with our first real situation in this with an ace-jack offsuit. Now this one was interesting. It's going to be me and player 3, I believe. And yeah, I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold here, so apologize on that. All right, so I'm going to open it up to the 1250 piece. The 1250 piece. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be me and player 3 in this one. Let's see. Now, ace-jack offsuit, I say this so much. It's just one of those hands, especially like ace-10 offsuit, where, you know, they can be tricky to play, especially if somebody re-raises you, you know. When it's suited, it's always easy, but when it's offsuit, like ace-jack, offsuit, ace-10, it can be tricky to navigate. But I think pretty much in this one, it's just going to be me and player 3. I slowed it down because I did want to just kind of go over what I was thinking here, because this is going to be interesting. So, yeah, player 2 is going to fold back to player 3, who is, I think maybe he re-raised us. Let me see. He did, but look at how small he went. Okay, he just did a min. So I don't know what he's trying to say he's got, but obviously we can't fold. And we're going to completely miss this board. Couple things here. He could have a couple overcards, possibly better than what we have, you know, some ace queens, ace kings. But I didn't really care. I just wanted to put this guy, basically just, you know, do our thing here, see if he could do it. I like this play, honestly. Sure, we're going to be losing to some overpairs here. He called right away, so I was obviously like, oh no. But the turn card gave us a lot of outs. All right, we got the straight draw, you know, 2 overcards, and we got the straight. Very, very disgusting. I do apologize, player 3. But it's not like we were drawing dead. We still could hit an ace or a jack on the turn or river. You know, unfortunately for him, you know, I can't really blame him there for not getting away from that pocket pair. I mean, I probably would have made the call too. It looked kind of bluffy, but, you know, I figured maybe we just get him off and he folds. But, you know, he had a pocket pair to that board. He made the right call, and it just didn't work out. But for us, it definitely worked out. All right, so first bluff of this one worked out. Now we have another bluff coming up right here with a jack-10 offsuit. And maybe you're thinking, come on, man, you're not going to do this again, are you? Well, this is going to be a little bit different, okay? Now, I could just fold here. You know, the thing about see, this is the thing. Like, if you're looking at a chart, it's going to tell you just to fold this. But like I said, you got to deviate. And I am going to make a call here. Now, we could be up against a lot of, you know, ace-king, ace-queen type of hands for sure. It's all in the realm of possibilities, okay? You've also got some ace-jack suiteds, ace-10 suiteds that might have done that. Maybe some mid-pocket pairs like 10s, 9s, 8s, sure. He's going to continue here. I am going to continue as well because there's a lot of good turn cards we could hit. Obviously, the 9, a king. So there's definitely some possibilities. But here we go. We didn't get any of that. I'm going to check it over. If he checks here, it's going to be a lot of weakness for me, you know. If he continues here, it's a pretty easy decision for us to probably just muck this one. However, if he checks it, to me, it's going to be a sign of weakness. Why check at this point? River card was a blank. So here's the deal, guys. Like, all I could do here was go for it. I sense the weakness, and this is the only reason I'm gonna make this play for. I'm gonna go for a pot size, and you know, if you're feeling it and you sense weakness in a spot on an opponent, then yeah, like, there's no reason. Plus, I can't just check this. We're losing to any high card. All right, so I went for the pot size here, and, you know, guess what? He is going to muck this basically right away. So even though we had nothing in that spot, look at what happened. And that's exactly why I'm saying You just need to deviate a little bit. And this is just another reason why y'all need to get in our community. Pin comment one more time, okay? Definitely get you on your way there. All right, pocket jacks. Okay, let's see what we can do with pocket jacks. Lately, I've been doing pretty good with jacks. All right, it's a hand that's definitely been hidden for me lately. And I didn't re-raise this, which I probably should have done. So it was a mistake. This is also a really good flop. Obviously, the turn was good. I was still slow playing this, just kind of hoping that this guy would, take a stab at it. My mistake, though. Like, literally the whole way here, I, played this very poorly. It's probably, I mean, I'm just going to say this. That was probably the one hand out of all these that I played very poorly, okay? Other than getting that bluff through. I still like that bluff, though, that I had with ace jack, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it, But it is what it is. All right, 4-5 off. I'm just going to muck it. But I'll tell you what, we are making our way, and we're getting very close to that king 10 suited situation that kind of already hinted at when we started this one that you guys just need to see. All right, anyways, a couple queens out there. Got the club draw. Player 6 and player 4. Haven't really seen these guys do a whole lot just yet. Turn card was an 8. I feel like if anybody just put something out there in this one, they're going to take it down too. It just kind of feels like that. We'll see. All right, player 4 did. I think the next one here is going to be, I'm pretty sure, king 10 suited. Let's see. Nope, got a couple more. All right, queen 9 off. Going to fold that. No reason to get involved. If it was suited, sure, I'm going to open, but it's not. It's garbage. We're going to throw it in the garbage. Okay? And I think too, like I've been kind of picking my spots. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm playing reckless at all. I wouldn't say that. But is this it? Is this the king 10 suited? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is the one y'all have been waiting for. So you gotta understand, like, of course I'm gonna open here. If somebody raises us, to me, we're very deep in this. That, like, yeah, I can make a call. You just never know. And I like playing king 10 suited, okay? Especially, 6-handed or whatever. All right, but back to player 6, who I think is going to be the one to re-raise us here kind of early on. Haven't seen a lot of aggression from him either, so, pretty sure he's the one that raised us. So we can basically put this guy on a decent, if not really good hand. He went pretty small, though. He only kicked it up to the 40 piece. Chicken nug, dipping it in some BBQ. So, I mean, he kept it pretty small. Player 1's going to call back over to player 2 and player 3. We got an easy decision here, and I don't mind the pot building with this at all. Like, I'm totally fine with it. But this flop that's going to, this flop is just, all right, player 2 got out of the way. Player 3, I think, is going to fold. Can't really remember. He's thinking about it. But this flop, man, I know I'm teasing it a little bit right now, but can't help myself. All right, yeah, player 3. Make a decision. It's not that difficult. It's funny, you still deal with this kind of stuff, but, what can we do? Player 3, just let it go. Let it go, sir. Such a long tank. All right, finally he got rid of it, and now we're going to do this. All right, and look at this flop. What is going on, and what can we do? You can't get away from this. If you run into queen jack suited, if you're up against pocket 9s or pocket 10s, you're not getting away either. So I felt like we only had one decision to make here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you're just never getting away. But you do hate. You just hate the board. You don't. You're not really. Even though you got top two, you're just not that excited about it. You know what I mean? But I think player one, he's gonna throw out a 48 piece. I had a decision to make here. Do I want to just call? Do I want to raise it now? I think him leading out for this, it just felt like to me I'm probably going to be behind anyways, but I just can't get away. So I made the play that I made. We're going to just do our thing. Player six is going to snap off here, I think, really quick. He's going to make this call. As soon as player six makes his call, I just know it's like I'm drawing dead. That's how I felt anyways. I'm like, oh, I guess we're losing this one. That's just what it was feeling like when he made this call. Back over to player one, who I was thinking maybe calls two. Maybe we go three ways here. Pot's pretty big. He turned over ace king, and we're in really good shape. I was actually kind of surprised he snapped off with this because he's losing to a lot. But I'm not complaining. If the river would have been an ace, I probably would have thrown up in my mouth. But fortunately, we took that one down, and I mean, yeah, man, that was like just a massive pot right there. And then we get a king 10 offsuit here. Now there are a couple more hands if you guys want to just stick around to the end here. There's one with pocket queens where had another big massive one. But I'm gonna wrap things up. I will say this though, like I said, if you're not in our community yet, I don't know why you're not in it, man. That's gonna be in the pin comment. Hope to see you there. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.